Hi everyone, it's Nick. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, in today's video we're having fun and we're talking about trendy items that I'm sick of. These are the items that I see over and over again on social media, usually TikTok, and I don't like them, and that's what I'm gonna share with you today on why I don't like them. That's it, that's the video. Now, quick disclaimer, of course, couple of quick things. Number one, people are gonna say, okay, who is this guy? Why should I listen to him? Why should I care what he has to say about decor? To which I say, I don't know. Somehow I seem to have a job by sitting in my living room talking about home decor that I don't like. I don't get it either. Sometimes the world's just a funny place. And the second thing is, why don't you just let people like what they like? To which I say, yeah, they can like whatever they like, and I'm free to also make fun of it here on the internet. So that's all we're doing today, okay? So with that being said, let's talk about trendy items I don't really like. Let's go. Okay, first up is going to be, this is such a TikTok thing. This is niche TikTok, and that is containers for things that already have containers. This is food items in the kitchen. I am so tired of people I don't know why I care so much. I just do, and it's on my For You page. And I hate watch it all, which is like people buying orange juice from plastic containers and then they come home and they put them in these little beautiful premium glass jars. And it's like, they do that with all their milk. They do that with every beverage, all so that their fridge can be super aesthetically pleasing. Listen, the fridge isn't supposed to be aesthetic. It's supposed to be ugly. It's supposed to have stained Ziploc containers with spaghetti sauce, right? That's what it's kind of there for. But who cares, because it's your fridge and no one goes in there. Like even I who care about how my home looks, on home decor, this is what I do. Even I'm like, come on people, who cares what's inside of your fridge? Like, to be honest, I'm sick of this. I mean, look, if you want to be organized because you want to do a little spice rack for yourself, like go have at it, that's cute, sure, because that's at least functional. But this stuff is just not even functional. These are just people that want you to know that they, like, as soon as they get home from the grocery store, they've emptied all their stuff into like these beautiful little containers so that everything is so perfect in their little perfect little lives, because they're just perfect. And I thought TikTok was supposed to be about being real. I thought where Instagram was where we were all supposed to be fake, and TikTok was for real stuff, but apparently not. We're supposed to live in this illusion and fantasy that we take home plastic packaging, chuck it out, and then put everything in these stupid things that people buy on Amazon. Listen, I'm sick of it. I'm tired of this. I think people just need to stick with the packaging that they have, or if you are this type of person and you want to do this type of work, go to some of those like zero waste stores and buy stuff and then go home and put it in your cute little freaking mason jars or whatever you want to do. Like, fine, at least you're saving the planet and you're saving a bottle, but don't sit there and throw out your plastic bottles and then just be all aesthetic on TikTok. It's really annoying, it's insufferable. Just please use the packages you have, okay? It's not that aesthetic, it's not that gorgeous. Your orange juice is fine. Okay, next up on my list is gonna be squiggle crap. I was going to say squiggle something else to get the alliteration, but I didn't want to get demonetized. So here's the thing, the squiggles are everywhere. A little bit of squiggle can be fun. A little curve, we love that. A little curve, a little squiggle, but it's so much. We've got the mirrors, we've got the like spoons, we've got the lamps. It's the 90s postmodern that is so back in fashion again, of course. I lived through the 90s for the first time. It wasn't that great. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is completely nostalgia situation going on here. They weren't that great the first time. And the squiggles are back and they're everywhere. And I just think like everything just looks really messy. I think pairing a little bit of some squiggles with some clean lines can be fun. Can be an opportunity to get a little bit playful. Can be an opportunity, again, like one squiggle lamp, like fine. But there's just so much it's taking over. Everything is squiggled and it just reads a little bit juvenile, I think, in my opinion, when just everything is super squiggly. It feels really postmodern and just really kind of locked in that time period. As I said, that wasn't really great. Mix it in, mixing different interior design styles, finding something a little bit more uniquely your own, I think makes more sense. Some of these pieces I'm just really tired of. I mean, look at these spoons. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. These spoons look like sperm. Like, can we, like, maybe I have a dirty mind, but like, I'm sorry, but I can't be the only one that sees this. Squiggle handles on a spoon are just shoveling sperm into your mouth. Okay, didn't I say I didn't want to get demonetized? This is how you do it. Listen, this is not okay. Why? There's just, can we not take, look at also these like mushrooms that also look like something else, or maybe these, the prayer beads that look like something else. It feels a little much for me. I just think it just reveals a little bit more about you when I walk into your house than I probably needed to know. I think that's what I'm saying. So squiggle, a little bit fun, not great, I think long-term, not particularly timeless in my opinion, and can read a little bit juvenile. If you're 14, have at it. I did lots of stupid things at 14. Go for it. I thought a lot of things were really nice when I was 14 and they turned out to, in hindsight, be hideous. Again, the 90s, they weren't great. So if you're 14, you have fun, but I have a feeling if you're watching my channel, you're not 14 according to my YouTube demographics. So I personally would say you're probably better off being a little bit more judicious with your use of the squiggles. Okay, next up that I see all over the place that I'm really tired of is the pastel crates. These pastel plastic crates. These are so often paired with the squiggles and the sperm spoons. Again, if you're 14, ugh, you just have a great time. You have total license at 14 to do what you want. You do at 24 or 34 or 44 or any age, to be honest, but I'm just just saying you're old enough to know better, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. And I think that the Pastel Crates, they do feel a little juvenile for me, right? So they feel a little 14-year-old teenage girl's bedroom, and that's fine if that's your place. I think the issue with me for this one is that it's just really trendy. I think the like modern, I'm gonna mark my words, this new wave of pastel, squiggly, checkerboard, postmodern, really feminine sort of thing is the new boho. This is what boho turned into, peak boho 4 years ago. That's exactly where this postmodern stuff sort of is. And so I don't think it's particularly timeless. I think it will look really dated in about 4 or 5 years, if it doesn't already. And I just don't really like this one. I think you're better off picking better materials like wicker or rattan or caning or anything are better than pastel plastic crates, especially as decor. I think that's also where people are maybe, in my opinion, going wrong. Like if you want to store these in an office behind closed doors where no one's gonna see them, go for it. But that's the thing with the trendy stuff, isn't it? It's never functional, practical, sitting behind a closed door. That would be too easy. Instead, it's out on full display and I have to look at it on TikTok. That's what I'm saying. And so I think we need to pause this one, in my opinion. Okay, next up on my list is gonna be Wavy Checkerboard. I'm going after the postmodern girlies today. The Wavy Checkerboard, here's the thing. Checkerboard, in my opinion, is a timeless pattern. Just like polka dots, just like stripes. These are basic patterns that you see over and over throughout design in history. And honestly, if you have say you have an entrance hallway and you have a checkerboard pattern on the floor, I think that is beautiful. You know, again, polka dots, gorgeous, stripes, awesome. These are timeless patterns that have been around for a very, very long time. And to subvert that a little bit into something like a wavy thing, here's the problem with it. A checkerboard has a lot of contrast, almost by design, right? The classic is the black and white, although you can obviously experiment with different colors. And so the contrast really draws your attention, usually onto that flooring. Makes a big, bold statement. It's a bold pattern because your eye is drawn to that contrast right away. When you make it wavy, it makes people feel a little bit seasick. It's hard for the mind to necessarily organize what is a very symmetrical sort of basic shape pattern that you see over and over and over again. So I have a problem with it really for that reason. Kind of makes me nauseous to look at, and it's really trying to be funky and to subvert your expectations, which is cool and all, except that it's super expected because it's now reached full peak trend. And that's really kind of where I'm at with the checkerboard. There's a few postmodern pieces that I have just seen so many times. The wavy checkerboard, in my opinion, is a bit overdone. If you want to have fun with the checkerboard pattern in a blanket and other ways, cool, cool, cool. I really do genuinely think it is a timeless pattern. Is it having a moment right now? Yes. Will it wane in popularity? Absolutely. But I do think overall, there's a timeless quality to a simple basic pattern that it will never look bad. Do you know what I mean? Like a basic checkerboard pattern in a hallway will always look good. Right now it's super trendy, but it'll always look good. So that to me fits in the category of timeless. But this cheeky wavy pattern, this is just that postmodern girly moment that I'm just kind of really tired of, to be honest. Okay, and then next up on my list is going to be the mushroom everything. Okay, mushrooms. Okay. Here's the thing with the mushrooms. I get it, life is stressful, and it's particularly stressful now, right? I think that the world is just, maybe it's just me, I don't think it is. The world's flying by, right? And I just feel like there's a lot going on and everybody doesn't know kind of where they are. And we all dream of this agrarian lifestyle. We're like, oh, I just want to buy a piece of land in the middle of nowhere. And can I just go and like leave and just leave everybody behind and go sit there with my dog and just go and make pasta sauces for 8 hours a day with my dog by my side and then just like sit there and stare out of the trees and just tune out the world. I get it, we're all there. And so the mushrooms, I think, sort of feed into this cottagecore, like let's just go a little bit lo-fi for a moment here and shut out the world for a minute. And I get that. And I do think that's kind of the mushroom motif is so popular because it is sort of that cottagecore piece. But like some of these pieces are just awful. I mean, again, like I said about like sometimes the mushroom shape has some tendency to look a little bit like the fetish stuff that we talked about earlier. And sometimes that can be a little bit of a challenge. And also like some of this stuff is just like not good. Like some of it, I don't mind a basic mushroom shape, like say this stool, for example. Fine if you want to, you know, it's got a mushrooms. Even this like sort of very, very designer sort of mushroom lamp. Would I necessarily choose it? No, but it's just, it's basic in shape enough that I think it will make sense. Some of these like this mushroom's got warts on it, y'all. Like that's not, I think, what I'm looking for in a lamp. This is when you start being so on the nose with your mushroom motif that I think it becomes a little bit themey. And so mushroom in shape, I'm generally okay with. I think that it can look really, really beautiful, really fine. Again, mushroom shaped lamp, fine, fine, fine. But people are having a little bit too much fun with the mushrooms, I think. And again, we all want this agrarian lifestyle. It's a dream, it's a fantasy, but it's just not where we're living and it's not where we're at right now. So maybe, you know, if you want to build your whole space to feel really calming and relaxing, I think there's wonderful ways to necessarily sort of do that. I just don't think the fungus explosion in your living room and your bedroom is necessarily the way, in my opinion, to go about it. You know what this is? This is like, everyone's like, no, I love mushrooms because they're great and they're super cool right now. Really? Because look at like your mom's farm stuff that she had like all over her kitchen. Remember, like she had little towels with the chickens on it, and she had like the signs, and she had little egg crates in the corner as decor. Remember like the farm chicken thing that happened in the 90s, that everybody wanted their like house to feel like a farm, and then it kind of had a resurgence with farmhouse? That's what this is going to be. Like your constant, like mushrooms may be cool now because 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds are doing it. Fast forward 5-10 years and mushrooms are so not going to be cool, and this is not going to be something that I think you're going to want to cling to years down the road. So mushrooms in shape, have at it. That is a timeless shape. It makes sense. It makes sense in design for things like lamps and whatever. So on the nose, and I'm just really tired of it. Stop putting mushrooms everywhere in your house is what I'm saying. So that's it for me, you guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Again, this is just a tongue-in-cheek one. This is just me having fun and saying stuff I don't like, okay? We don't have to take it all too seriously. If you love this stuff, go put it in your home, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and feel free to click on the next one. I will see you all in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.